we've got two initial takes. These are ones that we're going to, because we've got two initial takes. These are ones that we're going to, and why? Basically was looking for, all right, so let's take you guys back. Why? Basically was looking for, all right, so let's take you guys back. In my BAR, Justin was using a 6.5 Creedmoor. In my BAR, Justin was using a 6.5 Creedmoor and a Savage 110. The BAR had a 5 to 25 power, Justin had a 3 to 9.
And, okay, but again, the scope had very little to do with this.
The BAR had a 5 to 25 power, Justin had a 3 to 9.
And, okay, but again, the scope had very little to do with this. It went with a 6.5 Creedmoor and a 9mm.
Meh.
With a 6.5 Creedmoor and a 9mm.
Meh.
A 300 Win Mag.
Well, for the type of hunting you and I do, I definitely believe that.
A 300 Win Mag.
Well, for the type of hunting you and I do, I definitely believe that this one will do the job better because of the type of terrain.
Does it cycle? How reliably does it? Does it cycle? How reliably does it? Facility is, what can it do? What can't it do? Every single time. Every single time. And on this one, yeah, you can. We were getting as well. Oh, you did it with the as well. Oh, you did it with the 30-aught.
And you had a flyer.
And then I had.
And you had a flyer.
And then I had the one that was flyer. It was an inch and a half away.
You pushed it.
It was.
No, they created their. No, they created their own thing.
I think we tried that the Remington 700, the Rem Arms. We tried that the Remington 700, the Rem Arms, Remington 700, and this.
This outshot.
And this outperformed the Remington easily.
This will probably outperform most guns that you and I have.
This and this.
This outshot.
And this outperformed the Remington easily.
This will probably outperform most guns that you and I have.
This Fed Ever Run had no issues. Extremely smooth bolt. Fed Ever Run had no issues. Extrememely smooth bolt.
Absolutely.
It is my new favorite. Only about 25.
Only 25, so it's still in a break.
Only about 25.
Only 25, so it's still in a break. Considering, folks, the reason why this is actually called the Carbon Ridge.
One is
website. Now, Begarra does not have the vast repertoire that website. Now, Begarra does not have the vast repertoire that I think those are the only two. And it was literally
odd 8 and 22 odd 8 and 22
This could easily take.
I'm going to give it a 5 on versatility as well. Now we come into shootability for your uncle.
Nope, that was a
for your uncle.
Nope, that was a 1970s Remington 700 ADL in a 30-06. No one else has them. No one else has them.
Close to 0 in on that.
That was my dad's.
No, what was that? Chill. We have time to talk. Chill. We have time to talk. It's also one that you can shoot. It's also one that you can shoot almost all day. Especially.
It is nice.
If you guys hear.
It is nice.
If you guys heard me talk about other bolts on some of our
firearm to operate, this is a very accurate firearm. It's a very easy firearm. It's very cost effective on ammo, and it's a gun that if the person that you're teaching you are willing to let them use it in the field, they could easily be efficient with it in the field.
Oh, I agree. Just part of being able to teach someone how to shoot, I feel, is like they got to be able to hit the target and hit it consistently to feel like they're actually doing something. I feel is like they got to be able to hit the target and hit it consistently to feel like they're actually doing something right.
Yeah, develop those good habits. We talk about that all the time, developing the good habits.
And there are some guns, VTR, right?
Yeah, develop those good habits. We talk about that all the time, developing the good habits.
And there are some guns, VTR, that the same shot doesn't happen repeatedly.
We're going to give a shout out to Brent over at Lake's Guns and Gunsmithing in San
Again,
Antonio.
doesn't happen repeatedly.
We're going to give a shout out to Brent over at Lake's Guns and Gunsmithing in San Antonio.
Again, because he revived that thing. It went from
nothing, trash.
You hit here, and then your next shot was here. This is a 4 foot long poster, by the way, folks. But you would hit one end of the barrel. Your next shot, you'd aim at the same spot for both of them. And then you would hit over here. And you would do nothing to the scope.
And it was in a sled.
In a sled, you would aim just right here at the tip of the bullet, and then you're going to hit here, and then you're going to hit here, and then you're going to hit over there somewhere. And all the time you haven't messed with the turrets or nothing, you just aim at the same spot and pull the trigger.
Alright, now, here's where I'm wondering, because I think you're going to ding at points. Cost. Let's get into...
You haven't told me how much this one costs, and I'm really, 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 really hoping it's...
How much are you hoping?
I am hoping for $1,200.
Okay.
Or less.
This is something, folks, when I talk about firearms, and I'm the guy that likes to talk about this more than he does, it's either, cost is either the first thing we're thinking about or the second thing we're thinking about. First one is usually purpose, and what do we want the gun to do. Cost is usually always the second or the first one. Okay.
Well, it's like the discussion we had was for Sam.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing he talked about and called me out on was, "Hey Justin, here's my cost."
Yeah, here's my budget. Here's what I can and cannot do with my budget.
Right, and my response was, "Okay, well, what do you want it to do?" Because that's another big important question.
Now you're close.
Am I high or am I low?
You're a little low. Retail. Full retail on this guy's 14.
14. Okay.
That's full but that's full retail. Now here's the thing, folks. I'm gonna let you guys know something here. I didn't pay $1,400. Okay, and here's why. I spent about 6 months combing through Gunbroker, and I picked this guy up for $10.49.
And that, I think, is a good place for it to be. Now,
but we got to work off it being at what full retail is, where if you were to walk into your local...
You're walking to Sportsman's or Cabela's...
Your local gun store, what are they going to be selling it for? $1,400 is the price that this firearm goes for all day long on the shelves. Here's the thing. Based on what I've seen out of it so far, the reason why I bought this particular form, now there's another one called the Crest, which is the reverse effect where all of this under here is carbon fiber. This is steel. I didn't want that because if this furniture is easy to change. I can change furniture. This up here is what I cared more about. Now what's interesting though is the Crest is $1,600.
And I'm going to, you call this furniture, and a lot of people are going to be like, well, that's the bulk of the gun. Yes and no.
It's what it sits in. It's what the real mechanisms sit in.
It's what the mechanism sits in. But all the attention to detail that is being done right here and then right through here.
Yep.
And so this is where all the attention to detail, all of where all of our other categories comes in this part that he didn't call furniture.
Let's also remind everybody, for those of you that are just joining us, this is not part of the $1,400. This is $80.
Okay, but $80 for that, I feel like
for this configuration.
For that configuration, for the drop-in price of the mag, I feel like $80. I'll pay $80 every time.
Absolutely. That's why I didn't hesitate.
But $1,400 for this, and the only reason that I don't like that price is because this additional $400 or $500 piece doesn't come with it.
It wasn't $500, $400. I paid $3.
Amazingly, he paid $3.
I paid $3. I got a good deal on it. Now here's the thing. I give it a 5. The reliability, what you get for it, yes, it is at that level, 110%.
I disagree.
That's fine. I knew you would.
I feel like, because And the reason, and we'll get into it with the next gun, but I'll bring it up with my Savage, and even your Browning, your X-Bolt, almost as accurate, can both shoot 150 grain rounds, which will do your elk and your deer, and almost as accurate as this one. We were close, but I don't feel like this is the additional $700 more than my Savage without coming with an optic.
And that's your opinion.
That is my opinion, which is why it gets a 4 from me.
I want to know what you guys think. What do you guys think?
I feel like I'm not getting enough of to justify that big gap between some other things that we have that are as accurate, as shootable.
Nothing's as accurate as this gun. We own nothing as accurate as this gun.
We own guns that are very close to this.
But nothing is accurate. And you know I'm right. You've even said it a few times. We own nothing as accurate.
We own nothing as accurate as this one, but we own... Oh, okay.
You're trying.
This one is more accurate than everything that we own currently. However, the things that we own currently that aren't as accurate by a quarter of an inch.
Like this thing is as accurate as the Sendero.
This quarter of an inch, like tiny margin of error between what this can do and what 5 of our other rifles can do. And so that quarter inch...
So what are you giving it?
I told you, I give it a 4.
You give it a 4.
Because that quarter inch isn't worth $700.
That's fine, alright.
Without the scope on it.
So it gets a perfect score from me.
Gets a 19 from me because...
You're cheap.
I'm not cheap. I think Begarra is charging too much for a quarter of an inch.
And that's okay.
It is okay. Now, if somebody were to do what you did, go on Gun Broker, and find one for $10.49 or $1,100 or less, or even right around $1,100 or just a little bit more, by all means.
Oh, and it was brand new.
Oh yeah, $10.49. It was brand new. Nobody had ever shot it. You were the first. Which is why, if you find it on Gun Broker in like new condition, or new in box condition, and you find it for around that price, yes.
Oh yeah.
But I would not walk into my local gun store and hand them $1,400 for this.
That's pretty good though, man. I'll give it to you. You gave it a 19. That's more than what I was expecting you to give it.
Well, it performs really well. I like it, but I don't like the cost.
And that's okay.
And you even said you knew I was going to ding it here.
I knew it.
Okay, he's going to go grab the next one
that competed against this one today out in the field.
Yeah, and we'll post those videos a little bit later. But I'm going to take the bipod off so we can actually stand the other one up.
Oh, you don't want it in the death grip?
No, I don't want it in the death grip. The death grip is hard to put in frame for these folks. It's hard to show them the death grip.
And for those of you that haven't bought a death grip and are thinking about it,
do it.
Do it.
Hi everybody and welcome back to the second half of the Double Begarra podcast. This is the part where we have some fun behind the bar because it's 5 o'clock.
Is it? I actually think it might be.
It is just after 5 o'clock actually.
Oh, that's even better. It's legit.
It is legit. It is almost too legit. Nobody's here yet. Nobody's here yet. You from here. Don't do that to me. No.
We're doing it now.
No, I refuse.
You said no.
I refuse. I absolutely refuse that one.
Okay.
We have discussed that one. And we have told people don't drink it. Ever. Okay. We have told people don't drink it ever. Okay. Okay. No, we actually haven't done a legitimate review of this one. No, we actually haven't done a legitimate review of this one. So let's do. No, we actually haven't done a legitimate review of this one. So let's do a legitimate review of this one. I did mine all the time. And he always bursts into all the time. And he always bursts into or overall thoughts. Or overall thoughts just as an overall drink. Does it live up to the hype just as an overall drink? Does it live up to the hype? Hernandez.
Alan
Hernandez.
Alan Hernandez.
Alcohol taste at the end,
So-
but it's not.
It was a spiced rum.
I loved Captain Morgan, drink Captain. I loved Captain Morgan, drink Captain. And comparing to a normal Captain Morgan, it is a better. I get a lemon lime
Drink, but the drink.
You keep cutting out. What did you do to your? You keep cutting out. What did you do to your? Not sure what's going on here. Do we need to switch devices?
No.
Are you sure?
As long as it keeps where it's at, I think it'll be okay. But we'll try and. I think it'll be okay. But we'll try and.
All right.
We'll try this for a minute.
Aaron, thank you for letting us know that we're cutting out.
Yeah.
If it keeps happening,
Let us
or
know.
continues to happen, let us know.
We'll fix it.
We'll pause the live.
Yeah.
If it keeps happening,
Let us
or
know.
continues to happen, let us know.
We'll fix it.
We'll pause the live and then we're gonna get
Ramona.
that one. I feel
Ramona.
that one I feel like is worth being higher.
So what do you give it on drinkability?
On drinkability,
Ramona.
that one I feel like is worth being higher.
So what do you give it on drinkability?
On drinkability,
What did
this device works better.
We were having technical difficulties, and we apologize for that.
It's his fault.
Okay, anyway. Drinkability, what did you give it?
Drinkability, it's going to get a 4.
Okay, drinkability is going to get a 4 for me as well.
It is not going to be my first choice at an open bar.
No.
It's also not going to be my first choice drinking at home.
No, but it is a good one, though.
And it is a good one, and it's not that it's not a good one that I don't choose it first. It's more, I feel like this one's more for a more special occasion.
Okay, well,
Than a drink every day.
You ready to hear how much we paid for it?
$35.99.
28.
All right, I wasn't too far off.
Nah.
But for $28.99,
Mm-hmm.
oh, absolutely worth it.
Oh yeah, it's good.
That gets a 5. You seem very serious, and I must stare at my followers.
What the heck is wrong with you?
I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway,
overall thoughts.
overall thoughts on this one. It's a great drink. I do feel like it is better than a standard Captain Morgan spiced rum.
Absolutely.
It is one that I would definitely use for more special occasion, more specialty type drinks, rather than just drink every day.
Okay.
So overall, I'm still going to give it a 5, which gives us 2 5s and 2 4s for me on this one.
I think I didn't give it a 5 at all.
No, for me.
Oh yeah, 2 5s for you.
What are you looking for?
I still can't read the thing.
You still can't read the thing? I can read the thing.
Okay.
Destiny, hello, welcome. Sarge, welcome. Mahad, you're back. I'm glad to see you rejoined us here.
Yep.
All right. Now, let's dig into
Breckenridge.
one of my favorites. Well, one of my favorite alcohols. Not necessarily my favorite.
Now, I went to their distillery.
You did go to their distillery. You told me a little bit about this. Now, I'm going to tell folks a little bit about this particular bottle.
Mm-hmm.
So, Breckenridge is a Colorado, it's from a Colorado distillery, the one that you went to.
In Breckenridge, Colorado.
In Breckenridge. It's actually the Breckenridge Distillery.
Yes.
But they actually use water from the Rocky Mountains snowmelt to make this. Now, whether that makes it better or not, I can't really say. But this is a grain vodka. It is a grain vodka. and it is the standard 40-80.
Mm-hmm.
So this one, not one of my top fives.
I thought you put it in your top
I
5.
did not put it. It did not make it in my top 5. However, I don't remember making it.
Hold on, Alicia, if you're on this, I need you to fact check this.
I don't remember this being in my top 5.
I think we were gone pretty bad last time, though. I mean, there were some. That was a fun night. Now, everybody, here's how Justin says a top shelf tier 1 vodka should taste. It should be odorless. Yeah, it should be odorless and tasteless. This is what defines.
That's why I questioned taste.
Yes,
there should be no taste.
It's why. That's how he defines a tier 1 vodka. Cheers.
That's because that's how I was. When I started learning about vodka and started drinking vodka, I was taught that a vodka should not have any taste. It should not have any flavor. It should not have any smell.
Well, it doesn't smell. It's got a little bit of an ethanol and a little bit of burn on the back end. Oh, and by the way, for all my Colorado Avalanche fans out there, we're winning the Stanley Cup again. Wait, did we lose last night?
Don't ask me.
Crap, I need to look that up now.
Okay, you'll have to look it up later. We're in the middle of something here.
I know.
Anyway, so for me, this one, you're right. It has a little bit of taste to it.
Mm-hmm.
It has a little bit more burn than most of my top five.
But it's not bad. It's not bad.
No.
I could see it being like a strong contender for like 6th or 7th from you.
Easily. But there is a taste to it. And that's why it doesn't get perfect score from me. It is going to get a 4.8. Because it's really, really close. There's no smell. There's almost no taste from it.
I give it a 4.
There is a bit of a taste to it. And you're right, it does have more burn than typically we like.
Yeah, I'm definitely giving it a 4 on this one.
Well, because we are slightly ill-prepared.
Well, check in here. Let me go grab you something.
Yeah, we don't have...
Finally time to go to the store?
It is finally time... It is definitely time to go to the store. What I want isn't in there either. Sorry, folks. We're trying to decide something here. I don't know where Chris went while I'm supposed to be deciding what I'm making. Alright, what'd you get?
Well, we're going to go Mad Bartender tonight. And apparently, Dallas, congratulations, you bumped off my Colorado Avalanche, jerk asses.
Hey! Language!
I can swear a little bit. Hey, Captain America.
No. Language. You got mad at me for language earlier today.
Yes, I did. Alright, this is what we're doing. We're going to go Mad Bartender here a little bit. What? Got in trouble. That one's yours.
That one is mine.
We'll crack it. Let's try it. You can open yours.
That orange one is not.
You bought it at the gas station.
I had it in the fridge.
No, I just bought this morning.
Okay, I'll believe you guys.
My wife's getting mad over a Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
That's because she thought it was hers.
Okay.
But no, this is one that I bought this morning. I have not touched her Mountain Dews.
You're good. Let's go.
This one's mine.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. We've done this once before. I liked it. You not so much.
Oh.
What, you want me to measure?
No, let's just measure with the vodka.
So it's going to be about a 3-to-1 ratio, as we always do with At least I always do with my screwdrivers.
And what are you calling this concoction here?
The live driver.
The live driver? What an original name! The live driver.
Hey, I'm not entirely sure.
So what the heck's a dead driver?
A do driver?
What's a dead driver? Instead of a live driver, what's a dead driver?
Well, that's because this is Mountain Dew Live Wire.
I'm still not a fan. Yeah.
See, and I am a fan.
No.
I,
I can't do it.
to me, it's just a very, very sweet screwdriver.
Yeah, it's just overly powerfully, stupidly sweet.
Okay, but here's the thing. You like bitter.
I like bitter, tart, sour.
Sour, I'm okay with.
You do like
But
sweet.
I don't like bitter.
Oh, man, that was rough.
So, if you like sweet, this is great. If you don't like sweet, not so much.
No, it's struggling for me a little bit. Here's the thing. That was standing. I actually do like to taste my alcohols. And drinkability, I'm not going to knock it because of the mixed drink. It's still going to get a 4. It's a solid 4 across the board on that one for me.
You know, and this one, again, you know, probably going to get a 4 from me as well.
Okay.
Because when I mix my vodkas, I want the vodka to be a complementary flavor or a non-flavor.
Right.
I want it to be there,
But not there at the same time.
but I also want it to, for the most part, I don't want to know that it's there.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of my thing. If I'm drinking a mixed vodka drink, I just want to slowly lose my grip on reality.
When did we ever have a grip on reality?
Sometimes we do.
I'm
Sometimes
like, wait a minute, hold on.
I want to just as the night goes on. I want to feel like I'm drinking drink, and not really, and just slowly get gone. If I'm having the vodka.
Okay. Cost. What did you give it on drinkability? I'm sorry, did you score it?
I did give it a 4.
You gave it a 4. Okay.
You give it a 4.
Cost. This one was $27.
So, this is where, for me, it falls down.
Okay.
Because for just a little bit more,
Purity.
you got the purity.
Mm-hmm.
For just a little bit more than that, you got the beluga.
Yeah, I mean, but here's the thing: at sub $30 for a vodka, it's a strong vodka.
It is a strong vodka for a sub $30 vodka, but when you can go just a little bit more and get a $30 vodka.
But in fairness to Breckenridge, though, they're not a vodka distillery. They are a bourbon whiskey distillery.
What's funny is he's brought me three vodkas from bourbon distilleries.
Uh-huh.
And each one, they do all right. They're not bad.
I think Silver Dollar's been your favorite because that's in your top 5.
Silver Dollar is in my top 5. And no, I don't think Silver Dollar is anymore.
I can't remember.
I think that it got knocked out. We're going to have to go back and review that one.
So anyway, for cost, what do you give it?
For cost, honestly, it is still going to get a 5.
Okay.
Because you're right. For a sub $30 vodka,
Yeah, it's a good vodka.
it's a great vodka.
And I agree with you on the 5. I would agree with the 5. Absolutely. I'm going to give it a 5 as well.
Because everything over this has less of that ethanol flavor that you hate, less of that ethanol smell that you hate, but it just fits more into my odorless, tasteless
Oh, yeah.
I love. And so, for me,
It's a good
it's
vodka.
right where it belongs.
Overall opinion on this one, it's a solid 4. That is a solid B+ bottle.
Well, I mean, it gets a 4 from both of us pretty much all the way across, except for on taste and aroma, and cost.
I gave it a 4 on taste and aroma.
You did, but I gave it a 4.8.
That's fine.
So, for me, it's the 18.8.
Mm-hmm.
And for you, it's an 18.
Which is not bad
Or
for a
16.
vodka.
Sorry. No. 16, 12,
Should you
17.
Yeah,
Yes.
17.
17.
Which for a vodka is not bad. That is really
No,
good
that's
for
a
me to give
very
vodka.
respectable score, for especially from you for a vodka.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, that's a great score for a vodka. I've only had one vodka.
The Beluga and the Purity were
Two.
perfect scores.
Two. They got perfect scores, and that's the Beluga and the Purity.
Yeah, they got the perfect scores.
And so for me personally, I'd spent always kicking the just a little bit extra money, the $5 $6
agree with that.
and get the Purity and the Beluga.
So guys, here's the thing. We've done rum, we've done vodka. What are we doing next? I've got the Rainbow in there. What alcohol are we doing next? Someone's got to tell us what we're doing here. What are we reviewing next year, folks? Give me a bourbon, give me a whiskey, give me a tequila, give me a gin, give me a wine, give me a cordial, give me a liqueur. What you got? We'll pause.
Right? We're not actually going to pause.
Or we're going to wait.
We're going to wait